Hello, welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd, and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I got another update coming out from Ukraine to share with all of you, and we're also going to talk about Donald Trump, the President of the United States. A new report just broke here in the last few hours, and it says Donald Trump wants rare earth minerals from Ukraine for guarantee. U.S. President Donald Trump said Monday he wants Ukraine to supply the United States with rare earth minerals as a form of payment for financially supporting the country's war efforts. Okay, so this really does not surprise me. It was a matter of time before we were going to see the United States most likely reach out and tell Ukraine, hey, give us some of your rare earth minerals so that way you can support us as well, as the United States obviously has been giving Ukraine lots of weapons over the last few years. And we've been seeing recently from Donald Trump, he's been coming out, putting out these tariffs on Mexico and Canada. He also wants to put major tariffs onto the EU. And he's been complaining a lot that the United States consistently getting ripped off from its trading partners. So he's trying to charge them extreme amounts of tariffs and try to get lots of businesses to flow back into America. So whatever the agenda might be, that's obviously a political move that he's trying to make here. But I want to talk more about these rare earth minerals and what types of minerals that Donald Trump might be trying to go after. And the big question is, will Ukraine actually give up these minerals in exchange for weapons? Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into this. I've got a report here from New York Post. It says Trump wants guarantee that U.S. will get Ukraine's rare earth minerals in exchange for aid, handing them money hand over fist. This just coming out today, February 3rd, 2025. And it says here President Trump expressed interest Monday in tying continued aid to Ukraine to the U.S. getting access to rare earth minerals from the war torn country. We're looking to do a deal with Ukraine where they're going to secure what we're giving them with rare earth and other things, Trump told reporters in the Oval Office, adding that he wants a guarantee in exchange for U.S. money. We're handing them money hand over fist. We're giving them equipment. The European Union is not keeping up with us. So as you can see here, this is really how he's been. Anytime he's got to have something shelling out to another country, he always wants something in return, and he always wants to make sure that the U.S. is getting the better hand versus whichever country he's doing trade with. And like I mentioned earlier, that's what's happening with Canada right now, Mexico, and other trading partners like the EU. Trump, 78 years old, had previously vowed to end the 3-year-old war between Russia and Ukraine in the first days of his administration. Here's a picture of Donald Trump in the Oval Office. And it says here Ukraine is one of the largest rare earth mineral suppliers in the world and has the largest titanium reserves in Europe. So it also says here the country also boasts deposits of, I'm going to try my best to pronounce these. I might pronounce them wrong and I apologize. Lithium, beryllium, manganese, gallium, uranium, zirconium, graphite, apatite. I'm not sure if that's correct, fluorite, and nickel per the World Economic Forum. Russian forces have already taken parts of eastern Ukraine that had historically provided the rest of the country with key minerals, notably much of the coal supplying Donbass region. But other parts of Ukraine, including the Dnieper River basin that runs through the center of the country and the Carpathian Mountains in the west, have massive supply of minerals and natural gas under Kiev's control. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky had expressed willingness to provide minerals in exchange for the U.S. continuing to give military aid in its war against Russia, according to a readout provided after Senator Lindsey Graham, a Republican from South Carolina, and Richard Blumenthal, Democrat from Connecticut, visited Ukraine last year. And it says here President Zelensky was excited about and was committed to obtaining a strategic agreement with the U.S. regarding the more than $1 trillion worth of rare earth minerals owned by Ukraine, and expressed a commitment to create a working group with the U.S. to make this happen, the senators said in a joint statement in August. Okay, so we'll see if Volodymyr Zelensky is going to be open to this. Looks like maybe he might be, maybe he won't, and we'll see what types of rare minerals get passed down to the United States when they start to make these deals. So now quickly, I want to jump on over to X, and I got a few things I can show you guys over here. We'll talk more about these minerals and what types of minerals that maybe the U.S. is going to get from this deal. So this is from MJ Truth Ultra. President Trump wants a guaranteed right to Ukraine's rare earth minerals, at least equal to the amount of aid the U.S. provided in war. This is pretty huge considering what's there and what it's worth. So apparently they have lithium, estimated reserves around 500,000 tons. Lithium is crucial for batteries, especially for electric vehicles, EVs, and portable electronics, ceramics, and glass. So there is a lot of that here in America. Titanium, Ukraine is the largest titanium reserves in Europe. About 7% of the world's reserves. Titanium is used in aerospace, medical implants, automotive, and marine industries due to its strength and resistance to corrosion. Zirconium, significant reserves. Zirconium is used in nuclear reactors, chemical processing, and in alloys for its corrosion resistant and high heat tolerance. And beryllium, found in some deposits. Beryllium is used in alloys for aircraft, missile parts, and in nuclear reactors for its lightweight and strength. I can see the US wanting to use this, especially for the military. Gallium, present in Ukraine, used mainly in semiconductors, LEDs, and solar panels. Uranium, Ukraine has notable uranium deposits essential for nuclear power generation. And then also rare earth elements. Okay, this could be a big one, including elements like lanthanum, cerium, neodymium. That's one's kind of hard to say, and others. These are used in high tech applications like magnets for electric motors, wind turbines, electronics, and catalytic converters. Ukraine has approximately $11.5 trillion of these minerals. How much do you think Trump will end up with? Okay, so this was actually the clip from Fox News of him pretty much coming out and stating that they were going to be requesting rare earth minerals, or at least minerals in general, from Ukraine. So these are just some of the different types of minerals that maybe we might see being transferred when it comes to some of these weapons going to Ukraine. Maybe Ukraine might give some of these minerals up to the United States in return as like a form of payment. Okay. So finally, one last thing to show you from Alexander Kocharov. Most of Ukraine's rare earth mineral deposits are located in the Russian occupied areas in the east and the south of the country. For the U.S. firms to gain access to these Ukrainian minerals, they would need to help drive the Russian occupiers out of Ukraine first. Okay, so we got this map here that we can take a look at with the different resources inside of Ukraine. So it shows like oil, gas, oil being like these little white triangles. Looks like there's some over here on the western side, but a lot of it is on the eastern side of Ukraine. Gas, same thing. Lots of gas in eastern Ukraine and also northeastern Ukraine over here. Coal primarily on the eastern side where Russia's controlling also, and then a little bit kind of like in central and eastern Ukraine, more over on this side. Ores seem to be pretty scattered, a little bit in eastern Ukraine, some in central and western Ukraine as well. Metals, same thing, kind of scattered, but again, still lots of it over here on the eastern side of Ukraine, mostly in the Donetsk region and Luhansk is what we see here. And then precious metals appear to be pretty scattered all the way throughout Ukraine, lots in central Ukraine here too. Finally, rare earth minerals, these purple triangles. We see a few over here in eastern Ukraine, some in central and some in northwestern Ukraine as well. So just to show you guys where some of these minerals are located at. And, is this a major reason why Russia went into Ukraine to begin with? I think it's very possible as well. We've seen this in wars in the past too. So a very big reason, most likely, why Russia went into Ukraine was to go after a lot of these critical minerals that Russia could be using. So, yeah, I mean, let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think that Ukraine's going to start giving up some of their rare earth minerals or just minerals in general inside of their country to pay for some of these weapons? I mean, Ukraine's kind of in a tough spot right now where they, in a way, maybe might have no choice but to rely on the United States for weaponry. And if Donald Trump ends up demanding and saying, hey, well, the only way we're going to send you weapons is if you give us, minerals from your country, then it looks like Ukraine might have no choice but to do that. Otherwise, what if this war continues and if they don't have support from the United States anymore, it's going to rely on the EU. And I'm not sure if the EU has the capacity to support Ukraine fully. But definitely a big update today. Just wanted to let you guys know about this, and I'm curious to know what you're thinking about it. So share your thoughts, concerns, and opinions down in the comment section. That's going to be it for today's update. If you got something out of this, please smash that like button. Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless, and we'll see you in the next one.